Destruction is the best. Yeet, yeet. Yeet, yeet. It's not about the build, it's about the destruction. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeetus deletus. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Oh, this is looking good. Yeet, yeet, yeet.
J_man91 has redeemed first.
Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Yeetus
Skin
deletus.
Jaya Sano is here.
Yeetus deletus. Yeetus deletus. Destruction. Destruction is the best. Yeet. I can hold this mouse better than anyone could hold this mouse. Mainly because I wouldn't allow them into my house to hold this mouse. But nonetheless, destruction. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeetus deletus. Yeah. I make great background music. Wait, I'm music? Yeah. I'm music. We'll go with that. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. How are you doing today, my dudes? GGJ-Man Redeeming first. Welcome in, Mrs. Ken, Music, Jeff, and Rayana. How is everybody doing on this Monday? It definitely is a Monday, and I just thought of something I need to write in my book before I forget. Hold on. I better not forget. All right, I got quite a list for things for myself to do tomorrow, and just
Blinks97
had
is
a new
here.
idea to add to it. Welcome in, Blinks. How you doing? Welcome everybody in across all the platforms. How was your weekend? What are you up to, or what were you up to? I don't know. Welcome. Chat. We had an update to the Colonal mod pack released today, 11.3.0. It added one of the performance mods back.
Silent_Jesse is here.
And it added, the big thing is Zero's world map. Finally, we got that back. Lo-fi album, love to see it. All right, let's get into the hardcore world because we got some
Pigeon Fizz
stuff
here.
and things and stuff to do. Truly gone fishing. Wonder what that means. I don't know. I will not be doing any fishing today. Mojang, you're wrong. Chat, make sure you stretch.
Your attention, please. Are there any Polar Express passengers in need of refreshment?
I needed to stretch. I did. I also needed to drink from this wonderful water bottle from shop.colonel.live. There we go. All right, let's top off my inventory thingy. My doodles right here. Oh, wow. Really low on food. What's up? Why is my FPS so bad? Whoa, okay. My FPS is like horrible right now. Is it the performance mod I added? The mod I added was OWO? OWO? I don't see it here. It's one that I had in version 10 that just got an update to 121.5. This one. Yes, it's bad. I know. Thanks. It doesn't have any settings. But like, okay, now we're getting 100. Now we're getting 40. 100. 40. I don't know if we had that big of a difference last stream on the previous version. I'll have to check that. Yeah, that's concerning. Oh shoot, food. I was gonna see if I had the food in the system to top off this box. I might be releasing 11.4 tomorrow.
I did see the Minecraft. Dang it, I didn't update my cape. Chat, do you want me to update my cape right now? One's in the chat if I need to update my cape. I did see it last week. And I forgot to update my cape. All right, we're getting ones. I'll do it as soon as I find the dang golden apples. Oh, there's a few. All right, that's enough to satiate me for a moment. All right, let's restart the game. Yeah, I actually, what was it? I actually saw it before Saturday's stream, and I said on Saturday that I forgot to update the cape, and that I'll do it before Monday's stream, and then I forgot because I didn't write it in my book of things to remember to do. All right. You know what I could do really quick since I'm restarting the game anyway? I'm gonna disable the OWO mod and just see what happens performance-wise if it's the same.
The underscore Dizzy3 is here.
Welcome in. There was a handful of other mods that were updated, but like, I doubt that that's what's tanking. Oh, dang it. I launched the game without changing my skin. Waiting for it to close again. Okay. No chaos in my theater. My nails is like really sharp. It's bothering me. Okay. Add to library. Edit. Save and use. Play. Here we go. Oh, imagine having chaos in your theater. The only moment of chaos I had was the disappointment that I experienced to find out they were sold out of popcorn buckets. That was the biggest moment of chaos I had. I mean, I figured they would be, but. All right, we're ready to get out of here. Few empty shulkers. Good. Put those in here. Few more empty shulkers. Pretty sure we're like out of shulkers. Not out, just low. All right, good. Good. Yeah, so I knew that there was 2 post-credit scenes, because I looked that up before the movie started, and then we were the only people that stayed until the like second post-credit scene. So there was a handful of staff members hanging back, ready to clean the theater that couldn't start because we specifically were still in our seats. And then we got up after the credits and we turned around and it was like, oh, the other people that were behind us that we thought stayed for the credit scenes too were actually staff. It's like, oops, my bad. No regrets. I had to see it. Yeah. Okay, right. Chat, if you're new here, what we're working on is this tree farm. Last stream was a short stream, but we decided...
Ambucolins is here.
Welcome in. We decided the dimensions of the building. You see it's going to go up, be a towery bit, and then a shorter towery bit to make it an L together. We had started with the base, and then we had decided we were going to work on cleaning up this underneath area, before we get started on anything else, and we got cut off by the stream ending. So I need to grab my hoe, and then we can get started on that again. I will grab a little bit of moss while I'm here. I will grab my hoe, and now we can go. Oh, by the way, I went back to my cherry cape, the one that matches my skin so well. So now that I've seen the movie, I'm not wearing the movie cape anymore. Not that I didn't like the movie. You know, honestly, actually, thoughts on the movie, not as bad as like, you know, it could have been. When the movie like first trailer dropped and everyone was all worried about it and stuff like that, you know, I worried that it would have been much worse than it was. It was, you know, definitely for a younger crowd than myself, but it honestly wasn't terrible in that aspect either, you know. So yeah, it's all right. All right. Yeah, bringing this floor down. Wait, why are we clearing this out again? I don't recall what our plan was. Was I going to... I don't know what I was gonna do. Does anybody know what I was gonna do? Was I just gonna continue this blackstone wall down and then fill in the floor holes? I think that's gotta be what I was planning. I mean, I could have been planning anything, but we'll see. I had that mentality for a long time that I would rather watch a movie at home than go to a theater. But I have changed my mind in the last couple years where it's like the theater with the right conditions is genuinely a better movie watching experience. Like if you think about the size of the screen, the audio quality, like all that jazz, the theater is actually like a better experience. The problem is you're rolling the dice with your co-viewers, the people that are watching it with you, right? That's where the only downside is the other people. So the trade-off is a good chunk of change of money with a risk that it's that somebody else is going to ruin it for you, but the possibility of it actually being a better viewing experience. So if you got to risk reward it. And there's only certain movies that can actually get me out of the house to be like, okay, this is probably worth watching on the big screen. That's the logic on my end. If there's a movie I want to see but doesn't feel special, I will wait for it and watch it at home. But if there's a movie I want to see and it feels special and I want to experience it on a big screen, I'm willing to roll the dice and try to watch it in theaters. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we fill this in. Whoa, I missed that completely, Dizzy. Can I get a link to an article on that with a list or a list of theaters or anything like that? I will gladly pay to see episode 3 in theaters. Really? I ran out again? Dang. I really feel like I might not have brought enough of this stuff. You know, when I was getting 3 shulker boxes of each, I was like, this is going to be way more than I could possibly need. And now here we are, and I'm like, I don't know if 3 boxes is enough. A villain get a show? Villains... Yeah, that's a good point. Can't think of the last time we had a villain get a show. But I have a feeling we're going to see a unintended lighter side of Maul. Dark side, light side, you know? I have a feeling this is going to be like, I haven't seen a trailer or anything for it. All I've seen is the logo, but my guess is this is the reason, like, expanding upon Maul hating the Sith because he has some light in him, kind of deal. I don't know. That's my first impression on what a show dedicated to Maul would be. I'm gonna put that as my official prediction right now. Anyone have like a hard disagree? Or is there a trailer proving me wrong or anything like that? I could totally see that, what he was before we knew him as Maul or something. Well, if you've seen Clone Wars, if you've seen Clone Wars and Maul's brother, and then like, also there was the whole arc in, was it Clone Wars or Rebels where he took over Mandalore? Like, there's a lot of reasons that I can't fully articulate in my brain right now that lead me to believe that could be where we're going with this. If those llamas end up in the lava, leads can break and back up the farm. No, not there, no. Actually, no, nowhere. No. Lava breaks the leads. No. So chat, I hope nobody notices this, but this is off center. See, this side's got a gap of 1. This side's got a gap of 3, but we're not gonna pay attention to that. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Yes, this is what I was going to make the floor and the walls, I guess. So I'll just put in this floor. Just put in this floor. There we go. Really? That's all I had in my inventory? Of course it is. Of course it is, my dude. We are working on our tree farm building. We're just getting the redstone covered up and working on like the lobby-ish kind of area. I honestly don't know what the plan is. I don't know if I should like put a full floor in here or if I should like build like a false wall right here. I don't think I can. I'm not sure what the plan is. I'm working it out as I go. That back. That back. Cool. I need more of this junk. And then I need less of this junk. Oh, not the moss. And the glass actually has a spot over here. There we go. Cool. Cool. Here we go. Oh. What's my favorite floor pattern? I don't have one. Okay, so over here, I planned like a wall, right? Right. I don't know if that wall's gonna go like all the way up and just completely hide the bone mealer. Like I don't know what the plan was originally. And if that is the case, then I can like obviously just continue a wall across. Like replace this glass here. This actually will destroy some redstone. Not the end of the world. Well, that sucks. Okay. And now that's supposed to have named moss and seeds in it. And those are gone. Let me go grab a seed or some seeds. Seeds, seeds, seeds. I don't know where they are. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the plan is if I'm putting a wall here to like cover this up. Is the wall gonna go all the way up? Don't know. Don't know. Literally had not thought that far. Okay. All right. We got some buckets. Well, I could just kind of stop the wall there and make it level with... Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll stop the wall there, make it level. Oh! Huh. Yeah, I had covered that up. I had covered that up. So then I can block that and block that. You can't see through those gaps that need to exist. Now it looks like the wall. Perfect. And that has to move back and forth. Oh, which means when it's in the extended position, we have to have it there. Cool. And then boom, right there and there. Sweet. All right. And then, yeah, effectively, this is as high as the wall's going to go for now. I will figure out what I'm going to do after that. But right here is probably what I'm planning to have done. You know what? I think I need more glass. Yeah, I'll make sure this chute is like protected, actually. No reason to, but I mean, other than to like not accidentally get it in my inventory and to make sure that I don't fall down the chute, I guess. But yeah, that's kind of like dummy proofing it so I don't end up picking up bone meal. Yeah. Cool. Cool. I mean, is that ready then to what are we looking at here? 3. We are talking about either like a double door here. Like is our entrance actually just going to be like a door? Cuz like we're going to have to make sure this place is 100% safe, you know? Um mm, okay. Yeah, I want to see this in action too. I mean, we've used it before a lot during this to get the stuff, but yeah, like we haven't had a proper safe AFK session. The world itself is vanilla, but I do have some performance mods and stuff like that. You can check out the Colonel mod pack linked in the bio if you want to see everything I'm running. Okay. Next up, iron door with levers. No. Oh. We'll get there when we get there. For now, we need to build the building. Are you ready to build a building, chap? Okay, let's put my hoe away. We don't need that where we're going. What we am gonna need is is 3 stacks of blackstone and 1 stack of polished blackstone bricks. And we'll actually get 3 sets of this in my inventory. I don't know how many stacks it's going to take to do a lap around the building, but we'll have refills. Just like so. Cool. Let's get up there and land on the ledge. And here we go. This is my tree farm that we're working on. So we need a macro for 5 through 8. Where's my 5 to 8 macro? 5 to 8. There we go. So now I just go through here, right? And the macro is randomly scrolling as I place blocks down. And, you know, as you can see here, whoa, okay, Windows, quit it. I don't know what was just opening. I think that might have been Task Manager. But as you can see here, we're getting a randomized pattern of just sprinkling in some polished blackstone bricks into the pattern. Okay? So let's get back to it. And it is better for me to actually click at I should probably have my hoe on me, but here we go. That'll have to come in after. We build the walls and then with the randomized pattern, and then we'll rip out where the windows go. Because we don't know how big they're gonna be yet. Trust the process, my dudes. You know, having this wireframe here is actually like really hurting my soul. But here we are. Okay, and now we're officially missing a stack. See, and that's why we had it set up in my inventory the way that we did. I really need to go get my hoe because this is annoying. I hear a spooter. What could a spooter possibly be doing here? Okay. And again. Oh yeah, so this wall here with redstone is literally up against the wall. This is my tree farm, and we're building a building around it. Okay, so now the bottom layer is pure blackstone. The next 3 layers is when we start mixing in some of the randomized polished blackstone bricks. So the next layer up actually is just going to be a different pattern. So the pattern here is going to be 2 blackstone and 2 polished blackstone bricks. And all I found out doing 1 lap, I just need that. I just need 1 extra bit. So it's going to be slightly denser the next 3 blocks. Or slightly, slightly less blackstone and slightly more polished blackstone bricks. You get the gist of it. Up and away. Wow, you can see that for some reason I have a bias to clicking on the second stack. That's really weird. You can see how it runs down. I mean, there we go. I don't know how, I'm just spam clicking. I really wish I had a macro that held down right click effectively for me, but variated how often it holds between between clicks. If it's if it picks a random number between 5 and 10 milliseconds every time it clicks, that would still amount in 50 clicks a second, but it would be a randomized amount. So now you can see if we go down, it looks like a decent gradient where it starts with less down lower and it gets more up higher. So we'll continue that. Next up, it shifts just a little bit more into being 1 stack of blackstone, 2 stacks of polished blackstone bricks, and a single stack of polished blackstone. Oh, that was weird. Just like so. And now we go now we do the next loop around. Also, I heard a skeleton or something. I don't know where though. Sushi. We made Philly cheesesteaks. So now what this is doing is it's keeping the same amount of polished blackstone bricks that the previous layer had, and it's going down to a quarter of the amount of blackstone as the original amount, and putting in an equal amount of polished blackstone. And the next layer will not have. Well, I'll let you guys. What do you think that my palette will be for the next layer? Any guesses? Really wish I had my hoe on me to break this faster. The goal is for it to be like a smooth gradient up. So the higher I go, the lighter it is. The ground in this biome is polished black concrete or powdered black concrete. So that is not a block that I allow myself to use in the building palettes in this biome. Excuse me. Because using powdered black concrete is effectively using dirt in this biome. Happened to Nemo? Oh, you had sushi for dinner. Oh. Rip. Monsters nearby. Oh, are they underneath this little section? Oh boy, let me get my torches. Okay, yeah. First of all, this all needs to be spawn proof. Second of all, this all needs to be spawn proof. Okay, good. That did light that up. Holy creepers. I don't see the spider. I saw the spider back there with the skelly bob. Oh, there's another one. Of course. Of course. Man. Over 4,200 hours in this world. All played live on stream. Right, I'm gonna grab my hoe while I'm here, because I keep wishing I had it. So I'm gonna have it. That's how that goes. Alright, so next up, we are no longer going to have any blackstone. We are going to have 2 stacks of polished blackstone. And then we're going up to 2 stacks of polished blacks. Oh, we're going to 2 stacks of each of these. Preach, dude. If you haven't seen my world tour, I recommend checking it out. All right, so then the reason I have my hoe is so I can just easily raise that up. All right, so then I go this way. And now this is the, oh, I did not mean to go up 4 blocks. Now this is the first layer where we have no blackstone. And it's 50-50 on blackstone bricks and polished blackstone. So after we get this layer in, we'll go down and look at it, and you'll be able to see like, oh yeah, that looks like a decently smooth randomized gradient. Fish are friends, not food. Valid. If you're a shark, that is. I'm not a shark. Yes, if it will. We're basing it off of that building's palette. This is going to be another variation of that one, and it will fade up into deep slate. Oh, didn't realize I ran out in my inventory. There we go. All right. Now, when we hop down, chat, and look at it, you'll see it started in pure blackstone, and then it fades up, and the blackstone goes away, and now it's wholly blackstone bricks and polished blackstone, and it looks a lot brighter towards the top. So, what do we do again this time? Well, we yeet 1 stack of polished blackstone bricks. We still keep 2 stacks of polished blackstone, and now we introduce chiseled polished blackstone. And now we can get our inventory prepped. For a second stack, and we'll go around with this palette. Okay, my question is now, okay, we do fit underneath here. And that means it is going to be another 3 blocks to the top here. Sweet. So now we're officially bringing in chiseled polished blackstone. Because back when we did the other building, we researched the brightness levels of all of the blocks involved. And we discovered, you know, which ones what order of brightness they are. This time I just looked at how at the palette of the other building and copied it to make things go a lot faster. Yes, yeah, all of the chiseled blocks are based on a mob. All of the chiseled blocks in the game are based on a mob. And Blackstone does look like a piglin snout. Very intentional. Oops. Sandstone looks like a creeper. Yeah, I think. I don't know. I know red sandstone is supposed to be the wither. Chiseled resin looks like a creaking. You know, stuff like that. All right, next layer. Let's get ready. So the next layer is going to be no more polished blackstone bricks, 2 stacks of polished blackstone, and 2 stacks of chiseled polished blackstone. And this is also going to be the last layer of the full thing. But, oh, we're going to have to build the roof in this palette. So... yeah, we're going to have to build the roof in this palette. I'm glad I thunk to that right now. Okay, so we can definitely see that that's going to line up with where the moss currently is. Buddy. Is off-centered in on either side. Eh? We know the building is not centered. The building is based off of the smallest footprint that can cover everything. That's what the building is. Okay, so now we do this again. All right, you're asking for it. Oh, I didn't even get to kill him. Oh, but he must have survived. I just got spat at. What? How are you there, dude? I pushed him off the side. The chiseled stone being off-centered? Oh. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you have to fit an even texture onto an odd block, or no, odd texture onto an even block. I don't know. Trust me, there are people at Mojang paid exorbitant salaries that approved an off-center design because it was the best design possible. We are working on my tree farm. Putting the shell of the building to be around it. Around it. All right. So, chat, we need to have this pallet be used for the ceiling. So I'm just gonna put the ceiling in right now. Valid? I don't know. Smart? I don't know. But is it what I'm doing? It is. All right, go get more. All right, materials. I don't know how much more lines I'm gonna need, so I'm just gonna actually grab a few. There we go, let's get back to the roof. How does it do what? Light. That's how you spawn proof most things. It'll be lit up just like the roof of the other tree farm. Well, maybe not in the same way, but it will be lit. Oh, didn't realize how low my inventory was. Oh, it is nighttime. Wonderful. Let's go sleep before we start getting mobs spawning on here. Oh, I took fall damage after I got out of the bed. That's lame. I thought the bed might have mitigated my fall damage. Like, we'll be back to the slime farm after the tree farm is done. And that's all there is to it. Well, after the tree farm is done, and then we farm enough cherry wood to complete the slime farm with. Which I don't know how much we need. Completely honestly, we might need like one shulker box, and I don't know. Or maybe we just need like an hour's AFK session. Don't know. Yeah, it is what it is right now. Okay, so the roof is in. I'm gonna temporarily light it up. Yeah. It's not going to be hard to spawn proof that bit of the roof because 4 torches do it. So we'll be good. We'll be good. All right. Next part up. So next part of the palette. We were doing 2 polished blackstone, 2 chiseled polished blackstone. Now we go down to 1 polished blackstone, 2 chiseled polished blackstone, and our first bit of deep slate tiles. So um, there we go. Actually, I have more than I need of this, but we'll figure that out at the next one. I also don't need leather. Yeah, so it's actually really funny that the deep slate tile, like we don't get any deep slate until after that roof, and like perfectly after that roof. Huh. Yeah. They are a bit of a contrast when it comes to deep slate to blackstone transitions, but they are the darkest of of the deep slate. As soon as I run out of a block, I need to realize it, because then we end up with a section of the wall that's missing it. But yeah, now it goes really quick. That was a layer. Done. And then we keep going up. So, next layer is no polished blackstone, 2 chiseled polished deep blackstone, and then 2 deep slate tiles. So we can put both of those back. And there we go. That's all we need. All right, and we go up this way. And yeah, like I said earlier, there will be windows in it just like the other building, but, you know, those will get chopped out as time comes. Or once, you know, because we're going to have to figure out a window pattern that makes sense all the way up. And it's going to be better to have the building exist, you know, have the building exist, and then figure out what our decoration pattern is going to be that allows for windows to exist. Okay, next layer up is ready to start. Yeah, it gets a really nice gradient. The higher up the building it is, the brighter it gets. So. All right. And then next up is chiseled deep slate we add in. So. Here we go. It's kind of just like a rolling pallet. So I have my oldest block as one of them. I have 2 of the current block and 1 of the newest block. And then the next layer will be 2 of the deep slate tiles and 2 of these. And we just kind of roll it up. So this is actually going to be the last layer that has any blackstone in it. If you think about the first layer of this farm is pure blackstone in its darkest format. And then this is how high we get for our last pieces of blackstone in its brightest format. Oof. We're up higher than the tallest tree has grown inside their farm. So, there we go. Ready to do the next one. So we're officially at no more blackstone. And now we're fully on deep slate. Our first fully deep slate layer. Preach, dude. Getting pretty close to the top. I do wonder if this if this building is taller or smaller than the other tree farm. But doesn't really matter. They're both gonna stand on their own merit and have their own vibe to them. I do like that this building is a physically different shape than the last one. Utilizing the same base palette, and then it's gonna have slightly different accent colors, or accent blocks. Wow. Wow. I can't wait to just go, once this is done, I'm gonna go back to the barrel and look at it. All right, so 1 deep slate tile, 2 chiseled deep slates, and then a single deep slate brick. Look at that. 1 deep slate tile, 2 chiseled deep slates, and a deep slate brick. Boom, let's get up there. I like starting in this corner. And yeah, the deep slate bricks are like such a bright color compared to the bottom of the building. You think I'm hacking, bro? This guy watched the Hacker movie from the 1980s. And then he opened his phone for the first time ever. Today. How am I doing what? All right. Next up. Next layer. Let's go. All right, let's top off All right, so next the palette's going to have officially no more deep slate tiles. It's going to have 2 stacks of chiseled deep slate and 2 stacks of deep slate bricks. And here we go. I have a macro. That's just scrolling through the scroll bar. Oh, that's the top. Yeah, we're at the top. I'm pretty sure this building is going to be like actually significantly shorter than the last building. Because I don't even know if we're going to make it to using the last block. I don't know. I don't know. But after we put the roof on this section, chat, then I really, really want to go stand on the barrel and look at it. Would you just look at it, chat? Are we higher than the barrel? We are higher than the barrel. I guess I could look at it before I put the roof on it, because we'll be able to see the entire thing. And, you know, it's not like we're going to see a hole into the ceiling. A hole down into it. One of my favorite builds is my Wither Skelly farm. If you haven't seen my 15,000 day world tour, I recommend checking that out. My red video platform link is in the bio if you're interested. You know the site. All right. So now we're officially phasing out. Oh no, we're not phasing out anything yet. We are just going down to 1 chisel deep slate, 2 bricks, and a single polished deep slate. Got it, got it, got it. Wonderful. I grabbed 3 shulker boxes of all these materials for us to need like 6 stacks of each of them. It wasn't until after I dedicated myself to gathering 3 shulker boxes of each that I realized that the deep slates wouldn't like be used until we're up really high, and then thus half the build size. But even then, the blackstone, I didn't even use a single shulker box of it. But we all know for a fact that if I had only grabbed a single shulker box of each of these, that I would 100% have ran out of something. But because I grabbed too much, that means we barely used any. That's how it goes every time. Every single flippin' time. All right. Okay. Good. See, you just barely need the second backup stacks of things, but you do need them. All right. Then the last palette we're going in here with is officially no more chiseled deep slate, 2 stacks of deep slate bricks, and 2 stacks of polished deep slate. That is our official last palette. Oh, you found a random camel in the desert and he was already the one you had tamed? That's funny. Well, if you're playing 121.5, camels do spawn in the desert now, not only in villages. But if it was already tamed, then your theory kind of stands. But prior to 125, camels only spawned in villages. Desert villages, specifically. All right. Up. Let's go to up, 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 up. I can't believe we have the shell of the building built in about an hour. So whoever asked how long we think until this building's until we're back to the slime farm. I mean, I'm imagining end of this week we'll be back to the slime farm. I don't know. That's just a theory. A slime theory. And bounce. All right, and then now we put the roof in. Quick, find another sidetrack. No. I swear, the first person to say something in the chat that makes me sidetrack gets banned. I'm not even capping right now. Now, this is going to be very dark inside of here, which I'm actually glad that we're going to have a moment of darkness in there, because that's going to allow me to, like, properly light it up, right? If I can make it spawn-proofed before there's windows, once there's windows, we won't need to worry about spawn-proofing. Right? Mm-hmm. Why would I do a world tour today? We'll do our next world tour will be at 20,000 days, which is not today, if you're wondering. Of course, yes. It's going to be pitch black in there, and I don't believe there's any torches, so we will deal with that when the time comes. Just like the other tree farm, I'm going to have to find ways to add lighting that is hidden in plain sight without looking obnoxious. No, I'm thinking, well, so what I'm thinking is, if you know, in the Nether Tree Farm, we have like pillars of light blocks that go floor to ceiling, that are just completely hidden within the redstone. Like, you don't see it. But chat, we just built the shell of the building. Let's light it up. Wow, I didn't need much at all. Like, I'm thinking we'll go with a similar effect. That way it's like even lighting floor to ceiling. All right, let's go stand over here and get our first view of what the building's actually going to look like. Ooh, okay. It's a giant L. Chat, we built a giant L. Yeah, it's a macro for the keys. You know, I do think we need to build a giant W building somewhere else on the island now. Have an L in the black biome and throw a W in the purple biome or something, like just up opposing each other. L's in the chat for the tree farm. Yeah. Oh, I need Darcy to make like an L emote that looks like a tree. I have no idea how long I've had this level or whatever. I just get XP and, you know, I don't really have a thing to use it on. Though, no, you can't have an emote that's just a single letter. It looks like it's a giant black stone stare. Dang it. Shoot. How you doing? Well, that got rainy and dark fast. Thank you for the gifts we got on TikTok earlier. Sorry if I missed those. I might have been busy focusing. Yeah, so we grabbed 3 shulker boxes of all these materials, and then we ended up using, like, not that much of all of them. Yeah. Well, it's good that we're gonna have a bunch of excess at least. A number for how many farms I have? I have to think it's at least 3. At least. I recommend checking out my 15,000 day world tour if you're looking for a real number. We are on 121.5, yes. All right, let me get some torches. What farm did I use to get to 263? I mean, maybe my gold farm? I don't know. That's where I go when I need to repair tools, but I never go somewhere specifically for XP. This is just what I've accumulated. All right, so let me put a torch up here. Of course, chunk loader is working 121.5. All right. Those were just added. Yeah, and everything beneath this is leaves that are going to be spawn proof. So yeah, nothing really to focus on. Oh, we actually did have one more redstone thing we have to do. Right, I was going to wire in a new signal to this block. Yeah. Go to this block, which means I'll have to see how I'm gonna handle it. So I guess it could just power. If this is powered from the other side, it would still ignore this observer. Because I would prefer it to be on this side, because this is the side we have the room down below. And the redstone signal we're talking about doing is effectively moving that lever down here somewhere. And then I flip this lever, and then a redstone signal goes up and out the L and into there through like a copper pipe or something. It'll be cool. It'll be cool. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. My main source of XP is my my gold farm, my zombie piglin farm. But I don't farm XP specifically. I go there for gold or to repair a tool or whatever. All right, let's check the light levels in here. Recam. Okay, those are spawn proof. Yeah, there is technically spawning spaces like in the trees. Yeah. That's why we're going to need to have light pillars of sorts somewhere, but we'll work on that in a minute. For right now, this place technically is safe because a mob that spawns on a log in the tree, best case, it falls into the water and then like it can't get up. Java is just on PC. And if you own Bedrock on PC, you also own Java already, and vice versa. Waxed oxidized copper tubing, looking like an old building. It's not gonna, it's just, we're gonna build it out of unwaxed normal copper, and it's going to age over time, like all things should be. And it'll eventually fully oxidize. but only because it has existed in the world long enough to do so. So what's the plan? What's the next step? I think I need to put in that redstone. Mhm. I mean, I don't care about it being oxidized. I'm gonna put it in the world as copper. We're using stripped mangrove logs as the accent here. So it's going to be the same color palette, just a shade of, just a different shade. So if we look in the other tree farm building for how we did the light sources that actually lit up the trees, you can see behind the, don't mind that this farm is broken currently, but behind the redstone, we have a pillar of pearlescent frog lights, and we have pearlescent frog lights in the ceiling visible there. And that those were needed to make sure that the farm, nothing can spawn on these trees at any time. We're gonna have to do something similar in the in this one. And I'm thinking, which I know is scary, but what I'm thinking is if we want to go shroom lights, I don't know if we want to go shroom lights or not, but I'm thinking all four corners we pillar up to the ceiling, and then we grab our I don't have mangrove trap doors, right? We kind of do that all the way up in all four corners. I don't know if shroom lights are the best option for this. But like, I don't think it looks bad. It might be worth grabbing like yellow frog lights to see if it's less harsh or something. Maybe even purple frog lights, but like that really is not in the palette here. Green is for sure not in the palette. I'll give you that. I do not have a propagule farm yet. So then we could imagine like over here. So this side's got shroom lights, and this side has yellow frog lights. Oh, now you can, now you can see both on the screen at the same time. Frog lights seem harsher. Yeah, the fact that the shroom lights is actually a darker block seems to be helping it. Let's try the purple ones real quick. That's like a pure white in there versus like a yellow versus like an orange, I guess. I think shroom lights is gonna win. All right. So let me just shroom light to the ceiling in all four corners. I don't know if this alone will be enough light, but what I do know is that this is step one. Step one might be enough steps, but it also might not be. I got caught on the vines. I could show my age and say do it for the Vine, but like, I was never really big on Vine, actually. I never cared about it. I never actually downloaded Vine on my phone when it existed. So I think that like this would also go here. Oh, no, it wouldn't. No, it would not. Well, actually, that might help our case if it's not in the corner here. It might actually make it brighter. But I guess so. Okay, so let me guess. It is... Those logs are spawn-proofed. Okay, wow. Just barely, but they are. Wow, then. I just realized these sides aren't even. This one like goes out an extra block. Oh, it like overhangs over that water. I don't know how I feel about that. I think I like the other side more. Also, yeah, I did see a space here that needs spawn-proofed. Which makes this incredibly close to being in the right spot now, but not completely. Pretty sure I can replace that with this. And then boom, we've got light down here really good. No torches needed, and the bottom here is spawn-proof? Yeah. Yeah. We do get down to like a 3, but like, that's fine. Heck, if we wanted to, we could even kind of do this here. It's not like anybody's gonna see that anyway. And then it is just extra light down here at the bottom. Cool. Cool. All right. So, I'm still a bit torn on what to do for lighting in the middle, because if we get a log somehow exposed direct center, we do end up with spawning spaces, which is not great. And we need to mitigate that somehow. I'm not sure on the how yet. We'll figure that out. I think next up I should focus on wiring that lever. Blaze rods do not emit light, nor are they something you can place. What's up, my dude? All right, I am gonna... Maybe I should put in those trapdoors first. So then this is what I was hoping to do for the railing. But then that becomes really hard with this right here. And I could do that. But then this side is gonna suck. It depends where we put it. I'm just gonna have to play around when we get around to there. Chat, does that look decent? Like, I mean, who's gonna actually come over here and look at that, you know? I feel like that looks like a decent railway, kinda. Right, like so. Also, I don't know what this block does, if it needs to exist. It's obviously not red concrete, so I don't think it needs to exist. It does need to be there to, like, hold the items in, and that would honestly be a better... Okay, so how am I gonna do this now? Because I really can't. I really can't, like, close this gap using trapdoors. Yes, I can. I can fix this, chat. Don't you worry. I'm really low on mangrove. Do we have any mangrove downstairs? I love the signs. They're actually a really great way. All right, do I have any trapdoors down here? I like 10. Okay. And we have a few logs, and that's it, huh? A little bit of an auto crafter in the output. Okay, a little bit of wood too. All right, I'm just taking all the mangrove that exists down here. That's useful, and we're gonna turn it all into trapdoors. We're probably gonna have to farm quite a bit of mangrove to get our... I don't have... I mean, I have a crafting table outside. Here I do. Okay, hear me out. This doesn't need to power a redstone dude. It is okay for it to power a block. And if that's powering a block... Huh! If that's powering a block, then that solves it. I don't need to change anything else. Right? Oh, I need to scooch in my chair. Yeah, theoretically. Now, what I do want to see is when we turn this on, you see all these trapdoors start moving. There's got to be a way to not let that happen. And the way that the original that Nicolier came up with for this was levers. That seems to be the only problem over here. So see, that fixes that one. Okay. And then I think we're down to just one trapdoor that is behaving incorrectly. And we can solve that, just like before, with a lever. And it affects this at not at all. Okay, it affects this not at all. And now my gate stays up. Chad, the reason you can't hear the redstone sometimes is because the TNT sometimes is because the audio engine for Minecraft has more than 256 audio inputs per tick, and sometimes it has to omit some things. That's how much redstone is happening here. Wait, why is it not turning off? Did I not flip that lever earlier? I thought I flipped that lever earlier, chat, to turn it off. Why does it look like the redstone's haunted? Over 16,000 days in this world. But yeah, now this works. There is a bunch of levers around here that kind of suck that they exist, but oh well. What are you gonna do? That block doesn't need to be that. So just checking. There's an air gap here, and I don't know why. And there's a trapdoor below that, and I don't know why. I think I want to eat that. Oh, that might be to like stop leaves from going in that location, now that I think about it. I don't know. Don't rotate. This shine should face west when using the farm. Huh? You should face west. Oh, you should, not the sign. Oh my gosh. You should face west when using the farm. Yes, okay. That sign doesn't need to exist anymore. Okay. That farm was in the schematic. And I kept in all the signs when I built it. Moss. Don't know where that came from. Oh, what? Oh, I flipped this lever to turn this off by accident. And yeah, okay, that makes sense. Good to know that all those are locked and those don't move, so that's good. Honestly, can I put that there too to kind of... That would be really useful. But now the question is... It doesn't get triggered by any redstone. Oh, it just... Now it gets triggered by redstone. Okay. How about now? I mean, that kind of sucks that that has to... That lever is on this side. I really hate that that lever is visible because it makes it feel like it's doing something. Could I replace this with a redstone block instead? Yeah. Okay. That might work, but I want to see if I replace that with a redstone block if I have the same issue. Because then if I can not have a lever visible here, that would be great. So this has levers on 2 sides, so no, that a redstone block there does not affect this trap door in the slightest. Yeah. Shoot. I don't like that lever existing. But there's got to be something I can do. What's another way I could power that lever or this trapdoor, chap? I'm open to ideas. What do you got? I mean, I could put a torch there. A torch would work in that scenario. And a torch isn't something I can, like, I don't want to come back to this farm after not using it for 6, 8 months or whatever, and then be like, what does that lever do? You know, and then pull it thinking it does something. That's Bud powered now. Okay, I can put it there at least. If I put the redstone torch on the floor here, I don't know if that looks worse, but, like, functionally, it's not as bad. So that way, there's literally only 3 levers within arm's reach of the farm, and they all do something, right? All the other levers are, like, on the outside here. Less confusing. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Because I think I'm pretty smart when I'm building these farms, you know? But once the farms existed, and then I don't come to it for however long, and I come back, then I can be pretty stupid. You know, I probably will question, why is this torch here? What does it do? And I punch it out, and then it's like, oh, it was holding that open. That is going to happen. Someone needs to clip this for if in like a year, I come back, and I'm like, what does this do? And I pull it out, and I predict it exactly. I bet you. I bet you. All right. Next up. Next up, we need to move that next lever. Right. Can't use a sign. I need this trap door to stay open. A sign won't keep it open. All right. Appreciate the likes coming in right now. Chat, if you're new here, make sure you drop a follow on whatever platform you're watching on. And if you're enjoying the stream, tap on the screen. Let the algorithm know if you're having a good time. All right, so... No, that'd be dumb. Leaving myself a message to not look stupid on camera? Do you, like, even want me to make content? God. All right, I don't need those. Those aren't in the palette. Bone meal. Bone meal belongs in there. Right, we have all these mangrove trapdoors. I don't know if it's worth me coating all of these shroom lights in mangrove trapdoors yet. We're not, like, to the decoration stage yet. But what I do need is I do need a crafting table and an ender chest in this corner, because it is really annoying to have to walk out there for it. Yeah, that's a really good spot for it to be. We're gonna work on that redstone. So This says for normal mode, this needs to be a dot. And then for huge fungi, jungle, brown mushroom, and mangrove. Okay, we don't... Huge fungi. I assume they mean nether fungi, right? Because brown mushrooms are listed out separate. So I'm actually going to remove this because we do not farm the nether... the nether woods here. All right, so for a dot is normal mode, and a cross is jungle, brown mushroom, and mangrove mode. Okay, that's what that sign is for this. I don't know if that sign would be better off like existing right here, or honestly, like what if we had like a little bit of blackstone right there, and the sign was right here, so it would be like literally right above it. This world is over 4.5 years old now. Like, what if it was right here, chat, that we put that sign? We don't need to be able to go over to the other side. I mean, it might be a little convenient sometimes, but we don't need it. So dot, normal mode, cross, jungle, brown mush, and mangrove mode. Right? I think that makes a little bit more sense for like, I'm talking about this dude right here. You know what I'm saying? I have a world tour over on the Red video site. And then where could the other lever be? Where I feel like it would be really nice for the other lever to be like right here, but obviously there's redstone there. So where could it go? I mean, where's a spot? Where's another good spot for a lever? That's what I need to know. Well, like, I could literally put it like right there. Yeah, I'd be able to get a redstone signal out of there. So, but like, I don't know how I feel about that. I also don't know how I like the idea of this blocking our way through. Like, so you can't walk in there anymore. That's where I could put it. Dot. Normal mode. Cross. Jungle. Brown mush. And mangrove. All right, just writing that down. So then, boom, this will go right here. Dot. Normal mode. Cross. Jungle. Brown. B-Town is what I wrote. Brown mush. And mangrove. There we go. Get rid of that. Break these away. Now we can walk to the other side again. Like, there's no reason to walk over here, but we can, and that's what's important. Like, would it be good to have it there? And then we could have a sign right here that says whatever the sign upstairs says. This one. We would end up saying flip lever on for jungle and brown mushroom. That's so the jungle. No, oh wait, it would actually be off. Yeah, flip lever off for jungle and brown mushroom is what the sign would need to say. So then, imagine right here. Flip lever off for jungle and brown mush. Right? And that would be talking about this lever. Does that make sense? Oops. And then this would say on/off switch if we're labeling them all, right? This is the on/off switch. That's the flip lever off for brown jungle mush. Like, it really brings all the controls together, but like we're really cramped on space anyway. I feel like this is kind of, in a funny way, the best we can do. What slabs did I use in this earlier? Did I use... I'm pretty sure I used blackstone brick slabs when I needed them. When I needed slabs. Oh no, it was polished blackstone slabs. Right, there it is. So if we have this lever, we then can put a slab here, put a doot on it, and then that's not going to affect that redstone. So that being on, we'll still let that redstone happen as exactly as if it weren't on. And then we can take our redstone signal out of here and run it through the back wall. Right? Oh, that is a horrible spot for it to be. Well, okay, I think I'm gonna need a repeater into there. Oh no, it's the other side that needs the repeater. And now it goes through the wall. Cool. And then if that goes straight into a block, then boom, we got a spot for a torch tower right here. I don't know about that. Let's actually... Yeah, let's do it. Let's do an air gap. And then torch tower. Well, shoot. Why do it? Okay. Well, that means torch tower is gonna go here. Perfect. Cool. That's where our torch tower is gonna go because I said so. Technically, I bet this could be a block too. You know what? For ease of mind, we'll just make up until the corner slabs, and then that's really simple. And then once we hit the corner, we know that that goes back. I mean, we could do the whole line in slabs, so that way you could walk under it whenever you want. But oh man, that's kind of a good idea. Maybe I should just no, that's fine. Okay. That's how that line's gonna go right there. Cool beans. Might as well keep the space a little more open. It's not like there's anything else running through around here. Don't need to crowd it. Cool. That looks better. I like that. And yeah, now this can be a redstone torch tower. Let's go grab redstone torches and red blocks and take it up to the roof. I don't have much moss. So then, yeah, we take this to the roof, like I said. Nope, we're at the roof. Okay. And we keep going up. I don't know how high we need to go, actually, now that I think about it. I'm gonna go as high as like I think it could possibly be. Which, like, there. That's my limit to how high I think it actually is inside. So we're gonna rip this down. Cool. Torch tower going out. Then we will fill that in. And now we go back inside. And we go to where this actually is. Yep. And we want to supply power to this side of the trapdoor. It looks like it might be in line right here. So this is where we'll come over. Perfectly in line. And I went a bit higher than I needed to. Okay, cool. The good thing about the torch being right there is it's going to make it very easy to invert or not invert this signal. Because I can either have the torch output here, or I can get the lit output there. So I don't know which it'll be. For now, actually, I think I'll go with the lit output. And I'm out of dudes, so let's go grab some more dudes. Preach, dude. Yeah, and we're gonna just surround this in a copper pipe of sorts. All right, repeaters. Yep. Yeah, so now this lever does nothing now. So we can get rid of this lever. Or wait. Let me see. Let me see. Flip lever off for jungle and brown mush. Yeah, jungle off now. Means that if that block gets powered by the observer, it will function. Okay, cool. We don't need that there no more. Sweet. Sweetness, dude. That does exactly what it needs to. So yeah, now we just got to build a little copper thing surrounding that, which is gonna kind of be difficult unless I actually put the copper on top of the, like if I sub out the concrete with copper, then I can actually make it look like a cohesive thing. You know, what if I built it out of like copper trap doors? So that way you could like see through to the redstone inside? I don't know. I don't know. No, the trapdoors would get powered by the redstone, so never mind. Never mind. Or the grates. Maybe. Now what? Magic red dust. It's true. It's true. How'd you know? If you know how to place redstone, you're just smarter than everyone else. That's just factual. No. All right, we're good here. I now don't know what I should be doing next. I truly feel like this needs to just be a wall that goes up to the ceiling. Kinda. And just hide this away and you never need to see it again, kind of deal. That wouldn't be too hard to do. All I need is some empty buckets and some wall material. Are you familiar with wall material? We get rid of that source block. And now we can yeet those out. And then we can put this back in. Yeah, and I think pretty good that this is like... I mean, other than that little gap there for the redstone dust to go through, but ain't nothing I'm gonna be able to do to hide that any better. He says as he has a better idea. I mean, do I even bother hiding it? Like, if I wanted to hide it, I could just do the same thing I did for the other redstone line with a repeater. Yeah, it's not like it's getting powered by anything else. So if I get a repeater, gonna give it an extra tick of delay, but like, boo-hoo. That's just gonna be an extra tick of delay to turn it on, you know? You know actually what I can do. Is actually break that. Make that. Good. Oh no! The sign. Dang it, I didn't. I didn't think about that. Okay. Yeah, I'm leaving the sign there because the sign is important for the redstone and the block that's on is important for the redstone, so. Yeah. But then that needs to be a red block as well above there. Like in the wall. Just so you know it's important. And by you, I mean me. Yeah. So you know that that's not just part of the wall. It's actually part of the redstone, right? That's the deal. And I should really do the same here. Yeah. So you know that that is a redstone like component, that piece of the wall. Mm. Mm. All right, and now we're officially like completely past all of that, so we can just build a wall here. I mean, now that I think about it, is it really okay that the wall is not like matching the exterior of the building? Oof. Like from an aesthetic purpose, having this wall be not like matching the gradient. Like I could make it match the gradient, you know. But that would require so much more work. Are you going to do it for up there too? What do you mean? Because if I do make it match the gradient, then like I'm thinking about it, and I can't unsee the fact that it's not going to match the gradient, so I need to make it do that. And people wonder why I can't give an ETA on when the builds are going to be done, because I build something and then I realize I could have built it better. Well, here we are. Okay, so everything beneath this is going to be difficult. Because there's like redstone components and potentially water in the way. So let me take out this water source block. The brown mushroom line, there's an air gap between our and the redstone. Between our what? Okay. Okay, so that needs to be normal blackstone. Oh, like up that's what's going to be the copper pipe? No, that's going to be enclosed. That's fine. Okay, I need the I just need normal blackstone, I guess. Yeah, up until like yeah, we have 4 blocks that's just pure normal blackstone. So that's really easy. So if I break this, we're going to get water that goes to like right there and it's not going to do anything. And if I break the next one, I don't know if that went anywhere it shouldn't have gone. No, it just went into that air gap right there. Cool. Oh, that does realize me that those 2 blocks on the other side are incorrect. That does realize me? Is that what I just said? What's this about? I don't know why that block exists. I don't know why any of those blocks exist. Okay. We'll deal with those in a minute. Cool. Those are good.
Preach, dude.
Preach, dude. Ooh, that being a solid block won't actually affect anything. Okay, never mind. Uh-oh. Well. When in Rome. Okay. All right. Cool. So, all right, that wall is effectively rebuilt mechanically. We just have to deal with this bit right here, which is really simple to deal with. And honestly, like, I don't think it needs to go higher than that. Like, you should be brought to this level and then you can get out, right? And you obviously can't go higher than that there. And then this and this won't do anything then. Cool. And that top piece of glass can get yeeted out and that can be put there. And then we're good. And I will temporarily throw a torch on top of here and on top of here just to make sure all those stay spawn proof. And then we can now take the wall up. And once we get the wall up to this height, then it'll be back to where it was before. And we can officially get back to put the water back in. Oh, shoot. Yep, I went too high. Went too high. Dang it. Yep, this is as high as it goes with just the pure blackstone. That's why we hadn't built any higher. Of course, I knew that. I knew it, but I didn't remember it. Yeah, we got to get my same palette then. Which would have been 3 parts blackstone, 1 part brick. Literally already in my inventory. Wonderful. Okay. Then let's get up there and put that in now. So I bring back this macro. Okay. And what do we got? Got something that blends right in. Now that that's there, break that again. Put back our water source. Boom. And we're golden. Honestly, I think I want to just completely cover this water now. But I don't have enough glass on me. But let's do that. Let's go do that before I forget. Cool. I also want that to be a staircase. Okay, so it could be a staircase, but it doesn't need to be a staircase anymore. I could just make it like a sign. And when I said staircase at first, I meant to say I want to make it like a polished blackstone, not a brick. But yeah, it could instead just be a sign. And then yeah, the items can just go down like that. Yeah, good. Great even. Wonderful. Because previously they didn't have a dedicated drop chute. Now they have a dedicated drop chute, so it's good. Wonderful. Amazing even. Yeah, we're going to have to figure out something to do to stop all those vines. But we'll get to that soon. For now, we're working on the wall. So, because I used a very predictable pattern, it's easy to make the wall go up. So now it is 2 parts blackstone, 2 parts polished blackstone bricks. And it's just up 3 blocks. Gotta love doing things methodically sometimes. So then the next layer is 1 part blackstone, 2 parts polished blackstone bricks, and 1 part Polished black stone. There we go. And then honestly, while I'm here, I'm going to grab some chisel, and then that'll get us all the way to the top. All right, so then it's this. Okay, and then the next method does that to us. Wonderful. And then the next one does this. You know, I don't know if I knew that this wall would be perfectly flush with that, but I'm very glad it ended up that way. And then lastly, it is this, and that. Wonderful. And all we have to do is that. Cool. Beans, chat. Cool beans. We definitely need to figure out lighting there a bit more, but that's good. It's completely separated now, and we're doing great. Cool. This is actually coming together really well. So yeah, you walk out, or when you're outside, there's a big room to your right and a big tower to your left. And then when you walk in the door, you're like, huh, there's a wall here. But like, bit of an optical illusion, but that's fine. And then yeah, big tower to the left is what you expect. So, that's great. Good. I kind of feel like I want these to be like 3 tall, and I really want there to be some light. Ooh, you know what I could do? To make some light appear? I could put some light down to make some light appear. Who would have thunked it? Still not bright enough for my liking, but we'll see. I do think the signs are gonna beat the trap doors, specifically just because I don't want like the hitbox of the trap doors to be in your way. It's less, you know, it's a tighter gap to fit in. So, Also, this is not gonna have windows on it, so it's gonna be very telling that this wall is different. But that's fine. That's fine, chat. All right, let me put all this blackstone, backstone. See, I knew we'd end up using like a bunch of this stuff, but we're not through a single shulker box yet, so it still doesn't justify how much I brought. Which is a big ripperoni right now. All right. So, with that said, or with that in place, I think we're good. For right now, I think what I want to do, well, actually, how much are these torches needed? There's 2 torches here. How much are they needed? Technically speaking, I think we're spawn proofed, but like, put 1 torch right here, and that'll be good. We'll have to put some more torches in somewhere else. I don't know. All right, I want to take a quick break because it is about the halfway mark of stream chat. So whatever platform you're watching on right now, consider dropping a follow. And if you're also enjoying the stream, you can come play a mini game with us in the purple stream chat. Link is in the bio panels, descriptions, etc. No matter where you're at. We're gonna be standing here at the squid farm while I run to my break. Here we go, into the squid, and yeah. Let's get the break going. Is it gonna connect? I don't know. All right, I'll be right back. I'm back. Repair, chat. Come on. Come on. The big word, repair. Maybe even pairer. Something like that. All right. Was it? Yeah, pair, P-A-I-R-E-R for the other big word, and you'll have it. Oh, any word will work, but rip. Never mind. Game over. Oh, look at that big L. GG, Mrs. Ken. Mm-hmm. Look at that. Yeah, so from this angle, I really like how that doesn't break up the skyline of the black biome. It actually adds to it, you know? It's not in front of anything. From the barrel POV. Oh, goodness, I'm tired. And I'm not, like, actually tired. I just feel tired. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, chat? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just here. Don't mind me. So I was thinking doing this out of copper would kind of not be the palette. Doing it out of mangrove, though, might. So we'll have to see what we want to do, if we want it to stand out or if we want it to blend. All right, you know what I do want to do? I do want to go grab all the mangrove that we have. And then we'll be able to use that up before we then can do the math and figure out how much, like, well, not the math, but you know, before we run the mangrove, the farm for mangrove wood, and just get a bunch more. Oh, we have like none, dude. This isn't even worth grabbing. We're just gonna run the mangrove farm. Yep. I'm pretty sure the propagules are worth grabbing though. Mm-hmm. Chat, how was everyone's weekend? How was everyone's weekend? What did you guys get up to? Anyone do anything fun? You know what? Actually, I just realized there's probably plenty of propagules down below that I can grab. All right, not actually that many. Okay. I don't have anything to be a door there yet. But I can just place moss. And now it's a door that is secure. Let me grab some bone meal. We leave this on. Jungle, brown mush, and mangrove. It needs to be across. Got it. So that does something with like locking the side of this repeater. That's the difference. So then that turns on. Actually, I literally don't know what else it could be. Or what it could be doing differently, but it is. So that's on now. And then that dispenses saplings. And that dispenses bone meal. And then we fill up our inventory. And we walk in here. Oh boy, we have no pressure plate there. Okay, hold on. I broke that. Okay, I need a pressure plate there. I thought I just heard a creeper. Mangrove pressure plates, here we go. Okay, turn that on, turn that on. Cool, now it works. And then we can stand here with propagules. And I can swap that for that. And then I stand there. Oh. Okay, and then we do this. And now we are farming mangrove wood. This is the first time since we finished the farm that we are actually running the farm. Look at that, chat. W's in the chat. You were here for it. We're running the farm again. Now that it's 100% finished redstone-wise. It's just needed decorated. And we're running it so we can decorate it. Which I think is iconic. W's. If you are new here, this isn't just a mangrove tree farm. This is a 10-type tree farm. It does 10 different trees. Mangrove just happens to be one. W's in the chat. So many tree things. Look at that. We're doing great. I'm actually gonna use all these propagules, chat. I'm gonna go through. I think I put like six stacks of propagules in there. Oh shoot! I just realized Oh yeah, I never turned that on. Cool, so now it's refilling my stack. There we go. Boom, dude. That was like a lot of back-to-back-to-back trees growing. Sorry, what? The leaves left behind. I don't know if I know that reference then. I think that's... Look at that. We went down to 30 FPS because I haven't moved the mouse, even though I'm actively clicking and right-clicking. There I go. I just let go and picked up again, and now we're back to 90 FPS. weird. Simpson character. I've seen The Simpsons, but not like watched The Simpsons, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know the character, that's for sure. None of those like really long-running cartoons like Simpsons, Family Guy, American Dad, all those like really long-running classic like Adult Swim cartoons kind of deal. Never really watched them. I mean, other than like a random rerun here or there, or when, you know, TikTok is showing you a bunch of them on your feed for some reason, you know? Like, I think recently in my shorts feed, I've been seeing a lot of Simpsons clips and stuff like that. But those are becoming less and less, and now I'm getting a ton of, like, Game of Thrones clips for the past week or two. Catching all the items. And funneling them to the autocrafters. Holy crap! Yo! Wow, I got them both in one hit. Bro, that's like terrifying that a bee's nest can spawn and they'll get aggroed at me for no reason. Why'd they get aggroed at me in the first place? I didn't place the TNT, my dude. Usually the game doesn't get neutral mobs aggroed at the player for TNT not lit by a player. You know what I'm saying? They did unaggro from me as soon as they hit me once, though. That was weird. Someone clipped that. I'm holding right click. I'm not hitting anything. I'm right clicking. They did lose aggro, though, after they hit me once and then lost aggro, which is incredibly weird. Oh, man, I'm out of bone meal, apparently. If they hit you once, that means they go off and die? No, bees just keep attacking in this game, I thought. Maybe I could be wrong, though. Oh, okay. So they're modeled after what, honeybees and not like hornets or something, or wasps that can just keep attacking. I know the difference between like honeybees and like wasps, but I don't know the difference between wasps and hornets and yellow jackets for that matter. Like those are 3 types of angry bees. I don't really know what their difference. Oh yeah, there is a chance for bee nests to spawn in certain trees. And we were actually kind of hoping that that would mean that there would be a chance for it to drop a bee nest. But I had no idea that the bees getting aggro at the player would be a thing. That's actually really disappointing for, like, the chances of AFKing this farm long term. Hornets are like ant-sized hummingbirds. But you forgot the part where they sting you. Hummingbirds don't sting you. How is this still? How is it blowing up in 2 different places is my question. Must have been a big tree. I think I get better drop rates, chat, if I don't just hold right click with this. And like, I grow one tree at a time, let that tree get blown up, and then grow the next one because of the weird shape. Even if I am letting every other sapling kind of get blown up and maybe drop in the water or maybe like just actually get disappeared, letting the tree get yeeted before growing the next one means that there won't be like an abundance of roots underneath the tree So when the logs get broken, they have a chance to fall on something or fall down into the water, not fall on top of roots or something. So wait for anytime there's roots, wait for those to get blown up, and then grow the next tree. Wow, it feels like that grew immediately. I think I grew 2 trees. If I do just hold down right click, it makes things a lot easier and we'll get through our saplings faster, but I don't know if it will result in more logs. Because I have a feeling it just means the logs never get a chance to drop down until something like this happens that stops me from bone mealing. And then all the logs would have a chance to fall down, but they've been blown up by subsequent TNT. Don't. This definitely is lossy for mangrove. Mangrove specifically, but I don't know if there are any mangrove farms that exist that aren't lossy because of their ridiculous growth style. What's up? How long do you think I could do this for more, chat? How far have we got? Oh, we're really close to being onto our last stack. Okay, we'll finish what we have then. Yeah, we'll finish it off. We've gone this far, so. There we go. We're farming some mangroves right now. Blowing up this right here. Oh, there it is. Okay, it took a while, but it eventually did it. So many vines around here, dude. Yes, that's why we're farming mangrove. It's going to be used in place of the crimson that's on the other building. that's a really short mangrove tree. There's leaves all the way down here. Very unmangrovey. Yep. I say a lot of things. If you hear it all, you'll go insane. That's all there is to it. So consider yourself lucky. We're farming mangrove trees right now. And we're down to our last 45 saplings. Alright, not bad. That means we've done like 6 whole stacks already. I really hope this has resulted in a good amount of logs. I don't know. Real close. We've only had 1 bee incident, which is a good sign that it's pretty rare, but it still sucks that it happened. Hey, Darcy. Darcy, I think I remember why we didn't use that emote. And it was a problem with turning it into a GIF, was like changing the color, or having an issue with transparency or something like that. I think I remember now why we didn't use that emote. So I might just make it a static emote, I don't know. No, I think the problem was it's a limitation of there's less available colors in a GIF, right? You know, there's like 16 million colors that you can use in a PNG or a JPEG. I think it's like 2,000 colors or something like that in a GIF. So it just converted it to the nearest color. What we could do, rather than just like sticking with one that sucks, is if maybe you could figure out like what color space GIFs use, and then try to redraw it in that color space, if that makes sense to you. It makes sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to you. So like you could probably change what color space is used in your drawing software and see if you can limit yourself to just the shades of colors that exist in GIFs. That's what I think you could do if you wanted to try and help out. All right, let's go see how much we got. Next floor is the one. Yeah, the falling leaves do help a lot. Okay, not a full shulker box, but close to a full shulker box of mangrove logs. We also got, wow, we put in like 6.5, maybe 7 stacks, including what was in my hotbar or in my offhand at the beginning, and we got 4 stacks back. So yeah, having a propagule farm will be important in the future. But wow, mangrove roots sure are full. And big question, we have not got a shulker loaded box of them yet. Either way. I stream 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. So, okay, let's take this box home with us. Yo, that's something we're missing, is having a box full of extra shulkers. Right, that's something we're missing. So, like, we would need to have a box somewhere over here that has red, lime, and brown. And then somewhere over here that just has brown and lime. Yeah. Next thing to check is sticks. So did we get a box full of sticks? No, we did not. Oh, there's a piece of moss in there that we don't want. What about moss carpets? No, no moss carpet boxes either. Okay, so yeah, that stuff didn't come through. Oh, right, it's right here. Moss carpets came to here first. Right. Breach, dude. All right, so now we have this much mangrove logs. It's not enough. I doubt it's gonna be enough, but we'll use it. Yeah, we need to have a proper door there eventually, but not eventually now, is it? Okay, chat. Yeah, let's check free cam and see what we're looking at over here. Like, yeah, I mean, did it leave any spawnable spaces? It did. There's 2 places mobs could spawn inside of here now. So we definitely still need to figure out some more additional lighting, but it is what it is. So let's start with this, chat. I don't know. Let's go over here and I want to see how the corners are done. Okay, so the corners, you know, obviously have like this, but then it just goes through the base. Got it. Understood. So it would go through here and it would go up like so. And then I don't know if it'd be easier to like place them all on the ground, strip them, and then build with them. Or the other strategy is this one where I just... Yeah, where I now have to get some moss and pillar up alongside it or something. I'm missing a hole in there too. Yeah, just, oh, can you like not do the blur? Like that's... That might be the easiest solution. Just make it a crisp edge or something. Well, can you make it look like it's glowing rather than doing a blur? You just do like a different shade. So there's no transparency to the blur. It's just like a lighter color. All right, so that goes up to there. Yo, wait, really? It would need to be right here? Oh, no. And then what? Are we gonna also do one right here? Like, which that's like nowhere near as nice looking as this, where it had like a bigger gap. See what I'm saying? Like this has like a 3-wide door with 2 blocks of buffer, and then yeah. Oh man, that I did not pay attention to where the door would be relative to well. We could kind of push it over by a block. That seems more centered from the inside. So now that means we could potentially do like here and here. Yeah, I feel like that makes a lot of difference. So this is gonna be weird. I'm just gonna admit that right now. Like this is the height difference is just gonna be weird, but we're just gonna like roll with it. You know, we're just gonna. And then that means additionally we're gonna have to go like here. Yeah, I know that method. I'm not doing it. So then I'm just trying to figure out this front wall right now. You know it. Hey, I just had no totem on my inventory for like, I don't know, 20 plus minutes there while I was running the farm. All right, so honestly, that looks pretty even. Like this side might be a bit skinnier than that side, but like it's probably just a block or two. Let's count it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This side is 1 block skinnier. Oh man. Well, it worked. You know, it's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It doesn't need to be perfect. We can work with that. Something that does need to happen though is like a bit of this, probably. Yeah, because that's like it's gonna be weird, so we gotta have something kind of like that. Now the real question is over here. Okay, no, there is only the 2 dividers. So there's the corners, and then there's the one that's either side of the door. Okay. Yeah, that works good for me. And then obviously there's gonna be this is where the windows are gonna be. So. I don't know how we're gonna handle the skinny edges. Like, I don't know how we're gonna divide those, or if we are, or what's gonna happen there. Okay, let's take this to the top. Ah, I'm out. Hmm. Feel sorry for his parents, bruh. His parents probably love him. Or her. I think this is the right spot. Yeah, I don't know if it'd be better to have it like going like at this height, maybe. Not sure. Yeah, jump boost makes this way faster. Cool. Yeah, mangrove logs are gonna make this look really nice. Yeah, they're gonna be stripped in the end. Okay. So that's the basic shape of the exterior decorations. We're gonna do a similar kind of pattern as that, but I'm not 100% sold on if it's gonna be the same pattern. Also, what's the thickness here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It's only 21 thick. Oh man. So yeah, we're looking at this is 18 blocks. Or hold on, can I get to a different angle so I can see it all? All right. So we're looking at this is 18 blocks wide. This is 17 blocks wide. And this is 21 blocks wide. Oh man. Yeah, we really we made it. We made the building as small as we physically could make it. And maybe if I had just counted it out, I could have been like, "Oh, well, if we make it, a couple blocks bigger this direction, it'll be a square or it'll be like even." But we didn't think of that. So, whatever. Oh. I knew the building was going to be lopsided, and I kind of just went with that and stuck with it. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I actually don't even know what I would have done to change it. I guess I could have made this block, this wall come out one extra block, and then it'd be 18 and 18. But then the 21 would still be 21. It's not a big deal. Not centered and not even. Am I really building it? Yep. We're just rolling with it. I'm not bothered by it. I just don't know. I don't know what the plan is with the logs. Like this building was enough of a square that even though this wall is longer than this wall, we were able to pull off the same kind of gap in the middle and, the same kind of corner pieces. And unless you're looking at it and specifically counting, you can't tell the walls are different lengths. and it doesn't matter. And that's what we're going to. That's what we're going to be doing at the other one. Except I feel like what we should do with this one is, we could have like, it kind of creeps in from the outside in here, and then from the outside into here. But then from here, it should just be one kind of branch that goes up the middle and splits to the left and the right. Or maybe, yeah, these ones go outside in, chat. What if these ones go inside out, and then here it goes middle out, right? So it's like, yeah, it's going out rather than like coming in. No, you just hold F3 and escape, and it pauses with no overlay. That's vanilla. Flashback doesn't do anything when you're in the game, other than record. Why didn't I tell you? I've said it like a billion times. Maybe the problem is you not listening to me. Have you ever thunk to that? No, you haven't thunk to that because it was the
Chili
right
Monster
answer.
69
Of course you
is
didn't
here.
think of the right answer. Welcome in, Chili. How you doing? Oh, man. Oh, man. Oof, man. Well, I hope you're going to the doctor or a hand specialist or something. I don't know how that stuff works. All right, so let's get started over here. Now we just got to go around to all the places and do this. Well, then I would go strip it if I missed one. Darcy, you're like, imagine if this completely normal, fixable thing happens. Oh, I don't know why I pillar up before I start, but I did. Definitely would not leave it. Yep. Yeah, I specifically left that to go outside the building because, ouch. So I figured it would be a good use for some sort of like decorative pipe. Sorry, Darcy. Unlike you, I like having my builds look good. Get slow falling potions and slow descend stripping the wood. Oh, I mean, that's an option. I had not thought about that. Oh, crap. Moss. What are the odds? Grabbed out my hoe to strip these. That didn't work. Okay, over to the... Oh, shoot. I just realized we messed up. Crap. Yeah, so those go down through the base. That is what they're supposed to do. Of course you would argue for the wrong side of the debate. Sounds perfectly normal for someone who's upside down. Okay, and then... All right, we just gotta do this one. Oh. Can't reach the bottom. I'll get that afterwards. I'm pretty sure every globe that's ever been made is the one is the what says that you're upside down. I bet even in Australia they don't put Australia on the top half of the globes, do they, Darcy? You know why? Because south is the bottom. South is down. All right. So now let's head over and stand on the barrel and take a look at it. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Yo, that fits right in. Yeah, it's just a slightly different shade of red, comparatively. It's less vibrant. So like this one and this one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. Ugh. Now what? I mean, we're literally basing this off of the Nether Tree Farm. So, that's the black biomes vibes match your soul. So I think before we do any of the like branchy things, I should probably put the windows in. I don't remember what order we did it last time. All I know is that like the branches to windows like don't matter if the branches cover the windows. So I should probably put them in while there's no branches there that aren't in my way. You know what I'm saying? Right. So what can we do window wise? And also, obviously the windows are like 2x1 over here. Okay. And all we did was like, yeah, we figured out. Oh, even here we have like a gap. So Like, we technically could have put another window there, but it looked nicer to have them in sets of 3. Oh, it made sense because of sets of 3 because of this one in the middle. Okay, so there's like reasons for those things. Understood. Over here, there's not going to be any windows above this door. But then if we do 1, 2, 3, then we come over here and do 1, 2, 3, then that's still not enough. But okay, so there, you know, we could just fit 8 windows. Or no, so that's 7 windows. Here, and then here we would have 4 and 4 with a gap in the middle. Wow, that is hurtful. 3 gap 3. What's this side got? This side's just got 6, and then 2, and then it's the 3 gap 3. Oh wow, I did not realize how disgusting this was. Front to back is different. Okay. So the gist of the story is just go with the flow here. I'm going with 8 windows here and then 4 gap 4 here. That's just all there is to it. Actually, question. Over here, we obviously have the gap. CJ, welcome in. Oh yeah, that's just literally right there. Got it. Okay. Welcome in, Raiders. How was your stream? What were you up to today?
Massive.
Absolutely massive of you. CJ, I told Magic about you roasting your own beans. Having that soon, and she's excited for some CJ.
Check out Master
espresso beans.
and drop a follow.
Keep cleaning up spawn in your Cobblemon server. Nice, dude. Okay. Yeah. If she likes it, I am 100% down to make that like our daily brew, you know, after we get through our current stock of stuff, you know, making that. Do you have an ETA on that, or is it just like in the future TBD, eventually TM kind of thing? Okay. Okay, so then yeah, we just have a gap of 1, or so. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so if this is the window structure we're having for there and there, what are we having for here? So 1, 2, 3, 4. End of May. Nice, dude. You know what? We will actually just do 4 and 4 again, and then this will leave room for... Honestly, we could maybe do a center column here. Ooh, that would be good. So if we have an actual center column that goes up to the ceiling... Because there is a center. Yes, there is a center. And then if this is a center column, chat, That's the thing about centers, is they have to be in the center. Oh. Perfect for camping? Ooh. We were actually thinking about going, like, either going glamping or, like, getting a cabin or something. Sometime this summer. So then if I'm putting a center divider there, then I do 2 and 2, obviously. Ooh. I mean, that's like my kind of vibe also, like just normally. For like everything, not just coffee. So it would be 1, 2, gap, gap, 1, 2. And then we do 1, 2, gap, gap, 1, 2. And then right here is our middle. And this goes all the way up. Redeem myself? God, I won that event, dude. I would have had it by a landslide if somebody hadn't misplaced a pressure plate. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm only participating if there's no pressure plate to teleport back out. And this year it's subbed with a button. I can't believe how big of a lead I lost, though. It really was redonkulous. Yeah, this is definitely the best strat right here. No, nothing here. Uh-oh. Yeah, that window is actually going to be like in front of a wall on the inside, but that's fine. It's, we have a similar kind of deal over there. Or at least we used to before we ripped down the old storage when we put the autocrafters in. Okay. Oh yeah, you're gonna be able to see into this through the windows, but then there's no actual way to get into here. That's funny. So it's gonna have to look decent at least. And we probably should have a way to get into here too, but oh well. All right, so now we just gotta, well, I don't know. How did we deal with the, well, over here, it just happened to line up right. If it doesn't over here, it doesn't, you know, that's all there is to it. I'm not making the building taller to put in some fake windows. I mean, that is an option now that I've said it out loud, but. Honestly, I should go get the red glass panes right now to do on my way down. Oof. I mean, I could make it 1 block taller and then like... Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, let me go get a shulker box full of red glass panes. And then we can do that as we do this. I did not expect to be getting blocks back, though. Oh, well. How hard is it going to be to get a shulker box of red glass panes, champ? Am I going to have... Well, first off, I guess if I just have any red glass panes, I'll take them. And then if it's not enough, which it won't be... Honestly, that's a decent amount. And that... Okay, that definitely is enough. So... 6 more stacks? Yeah, this'll definitely make enough. I might not even need to craft... I mean, I could craft them into panes. No, it's fine. It's better to keep them in their uncrafted state. Alright, so then we go get on top of this. We go down a bit. Put in the red glass panes. And you can see here that these red glass panes are up against a wall, the other side of an interior of a wall there. But like from a distance, nobody's going to be able to tell. Okay. Whoa. You gotta be kidding me, dude. It is bingo time. Good call. Good call. Oh. Time for bingo. Bingo is live in the purple chat. Make sure you get your bingo cards. There's going to be an icon if you hover your mouse over the screen, or if you're on mobile, it'll be in the top right corner of your chat window. Make sure you get your bingo card. Winner gets to put a block on the massive monument in my hardcore world. Bingo will be starting in about 8 minutes. Sleep. And this is all going really smooth. So now we can go look back and look at it from a distance. Yeah, I feel like something's... It not being as vibrant is actually throwing me off comparing it to the last one. But yeah, it's good. Good, and we're missing the diagonal growthy bits. So like, it'll get there. It'll get there. Something that I am thinking of though is like, what if that beam continues across on this one to make up for the fact that the windows don't go all the way up or something? I don't know. Can I do all four at one layer? Maybe. See, the less times I have to go up and down, the better, you know? Especially on this tall one. Now we're getting to deep slate. Now no more of its Instamine. Oh shoot, that was Instamine. Soon there will be no more that's Instamine. Oh shoot. Amount of materials. There we go. How's this one gonna line up to the top? Is it gonna be identical? It's the exact same kind of line up to the top, huh? Well, I guess that will give me an opportunity to do a different, like, roof line. Interesting. Okay. Because, like, my brain is kind of thinking, like, what if I had a log, like, come across right there, and then, like, even potentially, like, also bring another one across, like, there? Like, what if those two pieces of moss there were logs going across the top? Stripped mangrove logs, of course, but kind of, like, putting a border around it. Because then I'd be able to do that exact same pattern on both of them, and it would kind of tie in that weird piece we have above the doorway. It would kind of answer my questions about, like, oh, what's going to make that look the best. And it wouldn't make the building any unnecessarily taller. So we fly away. Yeah, dude, that looks good. So then, right, if I get my mangrove logs, like I was saying, honestly, if I just put all these into the dump chest, we'll be fine. And we go up here. What if we had... Right, like so there. And then rather than here, we do here. And then that would be a really good way. Well, I don't know if we would continue that lower one there. But when we go up to the top here, it'll just do a different thing to the top of the building, which will be good. Put another column between the front two. Don't know what you mean. Column of what? All right. Yeah, so now if we go stand back and look at it. Yeah, they both have the same like ribbon on the top. We might, it would probably make sense to carry this over a bit. But then like I don't know what exactly we would do in this gap in like the long run, but we can figure that out. Yeah, I feel like that definitely is going to distinguish it from the other build in one way or another, Right where you're talking about carrying it over, make another column down. It's odd, or it's even, it's not odd. I can't do that. Right? See, this is a gap of 4. I can't do a column. See? 4. Don't give me those blocks back. Those are important. Yeah, we've counted out this whole thing. This is the only spacing that's going to work. And that's why I'm doing it this way. All right, it is time to start bingo. There you go. Bingo cards are live. Number's going to be calling here. In about 5 seconds, you'll get your first one. If you haven't played bingo before, all you got to do is just sit there and wait for yourself to get a bingo. The numbers will auto call and your numbers will be automatically selected for you. You just got to click bingo if you get bingo. So this is like a bit of a weird view right here on the inside, but like that's fine. Yeah, these are gonna go up. And this is like right up against that, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Make it work, chat. We'll make it work. Yeah, it's good to have the light. Good. You've never played bingo? Really? We've had it for like ages now. All right. Yeah, okay, we used over 3 stacks. That's not bad. That's not nothing, Bit of moss. Put my hoe away. IRL bingo is pretty fun too. We actually have like a bingo like set that's like themed for like toddlers and stuff. I've not played it with my kids yet. I think we tried it with my oldest when she was like a year younger than she is now, and she was very much not understanding. I bet she'd understand it now. Cool. Yeah, so I think like tomorrow we're very easily going to get all the windows in, and then like I'm going to say that Thursday in the hardcore world will probably be the last day of working on this, and we'll get back to the slime farm. Okay, bingo with drinking does sound good. Yep, doing it at a bar, not an old people's home. That's the only place I know that does like public bingo. All right, this box does need to go into the unloader at the base, and yeah, we're getting really close. Yo, we got a winner. Civilized. GG on getting the dub in bingo. Let me get all this stuff together and we can hit your block. So, civilized. What block do you have reserved, my dude? Oh, monument. Civilized Feline has black terracotta. You have 0 wins, upping that to 1. Your last win was never. Your current win is 967. Love to see it, dude. That's your first block up on the monument. Black terracotta. Let's go get it. Let's go get it, dude. You were 1 away. Nice. So close. Good to see. Love to see someone get their first block. Oh, excuse me. I just hit my tooth with my ring when I went to cover my mouth to yawn there. Oof. Somebody else just had their first win the other day, too. I'm loving to see it. GG Civilized with your dub on today's bingo game with black terracotta. Yeah, who was it? It was... oh, wow. This is a first win from Civilized. Previously a first win from Vic. And then previously a first win from J-Man. 3 first wins in a row right there, dude. Wow. Wow. Can we keep the streak going? And even like a week ago, there was also another first win. I'm loving how bingo is getting the wins spread around. You know what I'm saying? Compared to marbles. All right, anything to put away over here? 1 empty shulker box. Oh shoot, do I have any diamonds to burn today? I didn't even fly over there. I normally just fly there regardless. No, I do not have any diamonds to burn today. Okay. I normally fly over there regardless just so I can explain !partner plus, chat. Get a diamond burnt in your honor at the end of stream if you subscribe with a qualifying sub. Can someone hit us with an !partner plus for all the new peeps in the chat? All right, but that is going to be it for me for the day, chat. Absolutely massive of you. Absolutely flipping massive of you being here. That is going to be it for tonight's stream. Thank you so much for the awesome stream, my dudes. Thank you for the raids. Thank you for the channel point redemptions. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the gifts over on TikTok. And thank you, everybody, for being here. I will be live again tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, with some hardcore, massive Minecraft. Playing again in the hardcore world. Hopefully making really good progress on the tree farm. If not, like finishing it. And then Thursday, I hope to be back to the slime farm. So Good stuff. Good stuff. I will see you guys. Oh wait, hold on. Are we gonna raid someone? I wasn't paying attention. What are we doing? Anyone new in my recommendeds playing hardcore? There is someone new in my recommendeds playing hardcore. That doesn't happen too often. Let's send a raid over to Moonryu. I think that's how you pronounce that. Let's send it over there. Chat, make sure you copy and paste the raid message that's about to go into chat. Show them how awesome the community is as a whole. Just if you got my emotes, use those. If you don't, use whatever you got. Oh crap, that emote is broken. Here, I'll send a new one. There we go. If you got my emotes, use those. If you don't, just copy the text. Just let them know that you're there and you're ready to have a great time. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, with some more Hardcore Massive Minecraft. Until then, have a great night. Peace out, my dudes. If someone doesn't mind, can you copy and paste that raid message into the Discord with the typo so that I can find it and fix it tomorrow? Put it in the purple chat in Discord, please. Somebody.